from the very beginning. I found my homie and my best friend.
Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. This is Bronson and Jazz. Thanks for tuning again to our weekly tea talk. We come every morning with some weekly motivation, inspiration, get us started on the right track for the week.
Alright, so today I want to talk about dealing with setbacks. So how do you, like, what do you define as like a setback, and like how do you like deal with setbacks?
A setback is like anything that bring you back like a couple steps, kind of put you back further from reaching a certain goal.
Right.
So that could be anything, financially, spiritually, a physical injury, anything. And how I deal with that, man, I don't know. I have to give an example, but like I think I have different coping mechanisms, different things how I cope with depending on the setback. I always turn to God, you know, first thing first when I have like a setback. Keeping my faith in God, studying the word, just so I don't be thinking like my setback is the end all be all, you know, like I know it's something I could bounce back. So just really listening to what God say about me, you know, reminding myself who I am, and having faith that, you know, it's a purpose and a setback as well, you know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes it's not always for the worst, you know, you have to look the long run, look at how, you know, it's gonna play out overall. And to me, everything always turn out how it's supposed to turn out, you know, and it may not always seem like the best at the time, but like in the end, when you look back at stuff like you've been through, it's like now like that don't even matter, or like that helped me to get to here. So like I see the purpose in that, you know. Right. What about you? Like how you deal with setbacks and stuff in your life?
Yeah, for me, like I like to take like the approach to kind of like with track, like when running track, like the day before the track meet or before your track meet, you're supposed to like visualize yourself winning, or you just visualize every like thing that could happen in that race, like what will happen, like what I'm gonna do if I fall, like if I trip, if I drop the baton, like so like really for like setbacks, I take the same approach. Like I try to
prepare in advance.
Yeah, I visualize everything that could happen, you know. I visualize every good thing that could happen. I visualize every setback that can happen. That way when they happen, like I'm kind of ready for them, you know. So I don't like,
you proactive.
Yeah, I don't like something to just catch me completely off guard. Yeah. Because I feel like when you caught like completely off guard by a setback, it's harder to deal with, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you kind of ready and like kind of what you said, like with God, if you're religious, like you kind of like you got a strong foundation with God, like you already kind of are ready for setbacks, you know. There's stuff in the Bible and lessons about setbacks and things like that. But yeah, man, like for me, I just like to visualize. It's like, you know, like everybody do like a vision board, you know. And it's all this nice stuff, but it's never like setbacks.
Yeah, like some stuff gonna come. Yeah, you know, trying to get that stuff. Yeah.
But you never look at those parts. So I really, you know, just kind of be, you know, ready for them. You feel me? Like when I got a goal, I want this goal, and I'm ready for whatever to get there. So like the setbacks,
whatever come with it.
Yeah. So the setbacks are just part of that, in my opinion. Whether it's like playing sports, if I get injured, you know, it's just part of the game. I have to understand the full picture of everything. It's, you know, just part of the game, and like what can I do now to move forward. And I just never dwell on the setback. You know, it's a setback, but like it ain't the end. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
So really just keep it going. And kind of like, you know, like Nipsey Hussle said, like it's a marathon, you know.
Right, exactly. It's not one race or one, you know, thing. And I like how you said that, like, you know, because I said like after it happened or something, then, you know, sometimes you go reaching for God, you go looking after something happened. But like if you already got that faith, if you was doing that when you was good, when you was on your way to the goal, you was already building yourself up, it's like it don't impact you as much. Because you already got the tools,
be ready for
and the knowledge, to cope with it, to deal with it. So I think that's important that you know, almost like taking prevention measures or like being proactive about like, okay, there are gonna be things that come my way. That's life, you know. Yeah,
and really just being like a man of understanding, you know. Just understand, like I said, just understanding that there will be setbacks, and understanding that I can also keep moving, you know. And really, like in life, that's really what life is about. You just gotta keep moving. Like life goes on, you know, with or without you, you know. No matter what you got going on in life, like that's nobody really care, honestly. Like life just gonna keep going. So that's just the approach I take, you know. If I have a setback, just gotta keep it moving, really, just keep it going, and just keep that goal in mind. If I really got a tunnel vision and I'm really focused on the goal, you know, setbacks, they don't really phase me too much, you know. It's just part of the game, really.
It's like we talked about in our other Tea Talk, you know, making the next right move. It's like, okay, this happened and that threw me off or whatever. Like, what's the next right move from here? Like, that other plan I had is scratched, or like, you know, we got to do something else now because this happened. So it's like how you adapt, how do you, you know, bounce back, how do you be flexible and continue towards your goal or towards what you want to do when something bad happened or when something, you know, set you back and you wasn't prepared for that. So it's like, from here on, what's the next right step to fix this mistake, you know? And then once you figure that out, take action and do it, you know? Think about what you're supposed to do, what's going to help.
And sometimes I think like setbacks are good because like they're eye-opening, you know? Sometimes you are part of the reason why you had a setback, you know?
It's a learning experience.
Yeah, go back to the drawing board and really look like could I have prevented this? Like, is there anything that I did personally that you know helped cause this setback? And that's what I like to do, and really just analyze and just get better, you know? Like they said, like a smart man learns from his mistakes, a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. And I feel like that's kind of how setbacks are too, you know? You can learn from the setbacks, and you can learn from the setbacks of other people, you know?
And I think that's the most important when you do have a setback and you do move forward. Are you moving forward with knowledge? Are you moving forward with experience and wisdom? Did you learn from whatever just happened? You know, like really sit down and analyze what happened, why it happened, and, you know, how can you prevent something like that similar in the future, you know, if you do have control, because we do have more control than we think. Some things are out of our control, but at the same time, some stuff happened to us, and it's like how we deal with that, you know what I mean? And then some stuff we caused to happen. So it's like, okay, how can we fix this, you know, and how do I learn from this experience and keep it pushing?
And get strong, you know. I think we definitely can get stronger from setbacks, you know. Like I said, you definitely can learn, and you really can like find out a lot about yourself. Like, wow, like I didn't know my own strength, you know. I didn't think if I had this type of setback, I didn't think that I could still
come back from that.
And and I just came back. Now I got more confidence. I'm just a stronger, just a better person, you know what I mean?
It's like, you know, you a little tougher, you a little stronger, you know, you a little more, can take a little bit more, you know. When something else happened that's probably smaller than that would have probably broke you before, like, you good now,
or something,
you know?
Something back in the past you would have considered a setback, but now you don't even view it as a setback.
Exactly. And it's like the higher that you go and the bigger that you get, you know, your problems don't get bigger, your setbacks gonna be bigger. And it's like the only way to be prepared for that, and the only way to be successful and come out on top is to go through the smaller ones on your way up.
And I think the only way to be successful is to deal with the setbacks and, you know, accept them and be ready for them, and, you know, attack the setbacks, you feel me? Because I feel like a lot of times that's what separates those who are successful in something and those who aren't, you know. Some people might have a setback or something that happens, and it just kills them, you know, just stops them in their tracks. And some people just keep going, just keep
it's like
pushing.
failing forward, you know, the idea, like, you know, keep failing, keep doing it, because that means you moving forward, you pushing forward, you growing, you learning, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't fail, then, you know, you're just doing the same thing. You're not really trying nothing new. You're not really learning. You're just doing the same thing over and over. And like, with success is gonna come like a bunch of failures, you know, probably way more failures than it is before you get to, you know, where you want to be. And it's just, how do you embrace that, or you let it, you know, or you fold under that type of pressure, or under those, you know, events. So yeah, I think like the takeaway message is to prepare for those setbacks, you know, and really and also learn from them, and just kind of equip yourself with coping strategies and build yourself up with, you know, confidence and faith and strength and
think
toughness,
like what I'm gonna do if this happens. I want this, but what I'm gonna do if this happens? You know, like, you gotta look at the entire picture, and, you know, be prepared for, like she said, for everything. And just have your mindset already that, you know, with this greatness that I'm expecting, these other things that's gonna come with this, and nothing's gonna stop me.
And even that, you know, I'm prepared to take that with this journey, you know. Okay, y'all, so hopefully y'all enjoyed this tea talk. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button so we know you enjoyed this video and you got something from it. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel if you want to see future tea talks and some of our other videos, challenges, vlogs. But yeah, stay tuned to our channel for more, and we'll see y'all in our next video.
Yeah.
No matter what, no matter